That sucked. Hey guys, welcome to week 99 here on the Real DVD Watchers on Wednesdays. Tom. So the movie that I've chosen to review today is something that I've been so excited for. I mean, it's by one of my favorite directors in the horror genre, especially like the new wave of horror that's happening. He's one of the new three. And just with his older movie, we saw a return to what horror was and the way how it was so visceral and so mean and so unforgiving, but yet again slapstick and so much fun. So when I heard he was doing another movie outside the realm of horror, granted it's a thriller, but still it's outside the realm of horror, I was so excited because it was so good. It was so good. The movie in question is Adam Green's Frozen, starring Sean Ashmore, Emma Bell, and Kevin Zegers. I don't probably pronouncing his name. What's happening in this one is most people really know what's happening in this one because a lot of people have been really excited about it because of Hatchet. But for those of you who haven't seen Hatchet or don't know who Adam Green is, shame on you. And secondly, what's happening in this one is it's about three friends, David, Joel, and Parker. Parker and David are going out. Joel is just their friend. And so they decide to go skiing on this one weekend, and the last day that they're there, they don't have lift tickets, so they bribe this guy to let them ride for free, and so the whole entire time there, Parker isn't really used to snowboarding, so she's falling down a lot, and Joel's getting really pissed off because he thought it was supposed to be him and David like guy time, but they decide they're going to have one final run on an actual hill because they've been on the bunny hill all day, and so they pretty much have to beg the one attendant there to let them go up. And so he lets him go up, but just then things happen where he has to go talk to his boss about his hours, and this guy has to pee, and there's there's three people up there waiting for them to come down. The thing is, there's only 3 people already on the mountain when they're going up the mountain, and pretty much they get left on this chairlift for 5 days. Granted, it only takes place over 2 days, but still, they're supposed to be up there for 5 days. I just want to say how Hitchcockian this movie is. I don't like throwing that term around a lot because Hitchcock is definitely, the master of suspense. But this film is very much in the vein of any Hitchcock film. Adam Green really, really crafted something, that anyone who's been skiing, that's like their ultimate fear, being left up there. And the thing is, though, those ski lifts actually stop, and every single thing that people would say in this movie about the situations, Adam Green covers it. He covers his ass 100% of the way. People are like, oh, I just jumped. He shows you what happens if you just jump. And some person like, oh, I just climb across the wire to the chairs and get down to the pole. Yeah, he shows you what happens when you try to climb across the wires. Adam Green pretty much essentially covers his ass in every way possible, being like, this is the ultimate situation here. I've gone over everything meticulously. They have no way out. And it's so beautifully crafted because, granted, it's only a three character script, but you learn so much about these characters. You learn a lot about the backstory between Joe and David, how they were friends right from kindergarten. And I don't want to give anything away, but just something happens with David that just makes them lose it. And most of you probably know what I'm talking about. But just the way how it's so meticulously crafted, because Adam Green has this way of making characters that feel so real in the realm that they're in. It's just great to see writing like that again. And yes, this movie gets thrown around and it's a horror movie. Actually, if you watch this movie, there is very little gore in this movie. There's some pretty really suspenseful scenes, like when Parker has her hand attached to the metal pole, she loses her glove, and she's trying to pry her hand off. Oh my god! Or when Joel's trying to scale across the wires. Sorry, the cable. Oh man, it's something that you can picture yourself doing in these dire situations, and you're just like, ugh. Oh man, it's so rough. And oddly enough, Kane Hodder's in this for a little bit, which makes everyone happy who is a big fan of Jason and Kane Hodder. But just I cannot get over how good this movie is. Really, at the end of the day. But pretty much, this movie is very much an evolution of suspense in a way, because it starts off with a big bang, and then there's an even bigger bang in the middle, and then it just slowly inclines from there. I mean, another really strong point in this movie that I was actually really surprised by was the music. The music is so captivating in this. It's so vastly different from, Hatchet, where like the music's fun and playful. This is actually really, really suspenseful music to the point where I hate to say it again, but it's very Hitchcockian in the way how it's done. I mean, Adam Green must have he wrote this while he was on the set of Grace producing, and just reading the script, you're like, holy fuck, this is really good. And I can't even articulate properly. That's how great this movie is. The acting is just great. You could not ask for three better actors who have a great rapport with each other, even though they've never worked together before. It was really great, just because the relationship between David and Joe felt real, and the relationship between Parker and David felt so real, and you actually understood Joel's annoyance with Parker, with her coming in and kind of breaking up the bromance, if you will. But just I was really captivated with how strongly these actors were just willing to give themselves up for the role. And Emma Bell, this is her first movie she's ever been in, and now she's going to be in the Walking Dead TV show. So it's going to be interesting to see how she transitions from that. But just, there are some times, when you're sitting there screaming at the screen, because this is one part, especially when Kane Hodder comes up, you're going to be screaming at the TV, you kids are stupid, but you know what? We kind of need those stupid moments in order for us to get that movie. So yeah. The locations are just great. It was all shot in Utah, and the location is just great. You get POV shots sometimes of them looking down, and they're fucking up high. They're 50 feet up in the air. It's just great, just knowing that there's pretty much no escape for them. It's so great, and Adam Green crafted it so perfectly. His direction is perfect in this movie. I don't use that word a lot, but this direction is perfect in this movie. This movie is damn fucking good. Check it out. Damn fucking good. If I had to give Frozen a rating out of 10, it would definitely get an 8.5. This movie is great. It was on my must-see list of 2009. Sadly, I did not see it in 2009, but at least I saw it now, and or maybe it was 2010. This came out in May. Sorry, in 2010. It was on my list of things to see, and I'm so glad I saw it because it's so good. Oh, you're going to love it. And if you don't love it, something's fucking wrong with you. So, that's the review for this week. Thanks to everyone who watches and subscribes as always. You guys rock. And I will be back next week for week 100. Catch you later, guys.